For many of you, this looks way too familiar. Your pickup bed truck looks like this, where all your straps are just thrown back there. Now they're up there to where you have to jump up in the bed of the truck to get to them. Or your truck bed looks something like this, with an ammo can and some way to hold the ammo can here toward the end. And in that ammo can, there's some nicely rolled up ratchet straps, tie downs, or whatever. Or your truck looks like this, with absolutely nothing in the bed of your truck to help secure a load. Now, for a lot of people, that's okay that, don't use their trucks to ever haul anything, or they just have no problem grabbing a couple ratchet straps off the shop shelf to take with them while they go to the Home Depot or wherever to get whatever it is they need that they might have to strap in. But for some of us, we like to have all of that stuff on hand all the time. So let me show you a new product. In the box, here's what we get. We get the 4 covers for each of the ratchet straps. These things are really cool. So they'll cover this up. We'll give you a video of how they look after they're done, installed and everything. You get the hardware that you need. Of course, cool Juggernaut sticker. And then your product label, warranty, everything else on this card. And then, of course, your packaging slip. So we're going to go ahead and get into an install on one of these. Now, on some of them, they have you remove the factory tie downs or whatever you want to call those, but these are a lot better option because they also don't interfere with your bed plugs. But what this will do is go down around the other lower tie downs, then this will clip onto it, and then you have a tensioning bar that will go through and your bolts to tighten down and secure it to the factory tie downs. So let me show you what we're talking about on that really quick. As you can see right there, I'll give you just a mock-up really quick, and then we'll go through and get to it. So this will just slide right over like that. And then you'll put the bar through, and then you'll access the front through these 2 holes right here to tighten down the bolts that hold that all together. It's a really cool little system. And then, of course, this will pivot up and out of the way, all of that good stuff. And then also one more thing we want to talk about is after you use these for a little while, if these pivot points become loose, a 19 millimeter wrench tightens up these ones right here. And then, of course, you got a 13 millimeter that tightens up that one. But I'm going to go ahead and get some tools out and get this one going and show you what it looks like when we get one installed. And we'll go through and put the other 3 in, get the covers on. And well, before we put the covers on, we'll give you a little product demonstration on, how a real world use application would be for something like this. So hold on a second. So after you kind of get the first one up in there and everything lined up, then you can go through and tighten your fasteners. So we've got the bar goes across underneath that loop, and then you go through and progressively tighten up these fasteners right here and make sure you get this thing nice and snug. Don't want them coming loose on you. And once you get to that point, you're just about ready to roll. So I am going to put this on time lapse and then go through and put the other 3 in for you. And remember, I'm walking around a little bit gimpy because I am a week and a half out from having total knee replacement. So you have to bear with me on that, and I apologize. But so far, I'm absolutely loving these things. But let me get the rest of these put in, and then we'll show you some application. Okay? So before I put the 3rd one in here, I want to go over a couple things on this that I really want to kind of emphasize to everybody, right? So, I'm pretty big on American-made products whenever possible. And if you look right here That says Juggernaut Designs patent pending. Right here on the tie down, made in USA. They even went one more step to, put an exclamation point on it. These fasteners are not metric. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a nice little slow on this one so you can watch from start to beginning a nice little slow version of installing these. It's really quick and easy. You guys are going to be surprised. So hold on. So let me get my disabled body up here a little bit. I hope I got a good camera angle so you guys can see everything, because it's the whole point of this, right? You guys want to watch how these are put in. Let me get my little sissy pad up here because, I just had knee replacement surgery. I can't be putting my knee down on this hard surface. Plus, everything is super hypersensitive right now. So, we will try and do this the easy way. Now, how do they go on? Because this, of course, could go on, one way or another. But just remember, the label goes straight up on it. And then this little guy, of course, you want your tie down points to go towards the middle of the bed because that's where the load is. So you can kind of get that set up there and it'll hold itself. I've got a 3/16 hex drive on a 1/4 inch to my battery power. Then you take the bar and you slide it in behind that loop, that tie down loop. And then you get everything lined up. Start screwing her nice and easy. Catch a thread like that. Don't tighten it all the way down until after you get the second one in. Once the first one's done, the second one goes nice and quick, just like that. And then you give her some onion, some torque, whatever. And there you go. Again, when you're using these things after a little while, my mic went flying. When you're using these things after a little while, if these do start to loosen up, because you have a Delron gasket in between these pivot points, you could tighten them up. It's a 19 millimeter here, and give her a little bit of snug, and it'll make everything tension back up to where it stays where you put it. Okay. Now I'm going to go through and run one across and show you guys how you work them. It's a self-retracting ratchet strap. These things are awesome. So give me just a sec. So you got your your item that you're wanting to haul. So pull out your strap, nice and simple and easy. Hook it to any of the fastening points that are either on the Juggernaut bracket, or if you want to use your factory tie downs, you can as well. And then you just use the ratchet assembly and snug her down. Now your load's not going to shift on you in the bed. When you're done, you just release. Maybe I'm stupid. Push it down, release it out, undo your down point, and there you go. They stow up nice and easy. The auto retract in them works awesome. These are, a game changer for those of us who haul stuff in the beds of their truck often and are tired of dealing with rolling up ratchet straps, tying down your load, securing everything, and now you got a tail that you have to worry about. And what's the correct way to stow a tail? Do you wrap it? Do you tie it? Tons of different options out there. All of them are a pain in the butt. These retractables, they're awesome. Let's see how long they are. This is all the way across kitty corner. We got about 10 feet. We got about 10 feet of actual strap to secure. Now, if you have a tall item, you can use 2 of them tied together, which will give you 20 feet. Yeah, we can all do math, right? We're all smart. Again, these things are awesome. Love them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the covers put on it, show you what it looks like with the covers on it. Then we'll have a chat. And there she is. Covers are on. They're stowed in the tucked away positions. They're not going to impede, as you can see, with any bed space. There's the strap. It's well within that defined area. These things are awesome, guys. Even the covers say USA made. Right there, made in USA. You can see it maybe. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Woohoo, right there. Okay, now you're going to look at me for a minute. So now I'm going to be able to get all of my straps out of the truck. I don't have to store them underneath the back seat. Don't have to put them in an ammo can and tie them in or anything. I can literally get them back into the cans or toolboxes and get them on the trailers where they should be. And if I ever do by chance need extras, then there they are. Just now I have these 4 that are permanently mounted in the bed of the truck, and they are awesome. I have no complaints at all. You know, I have seen a couple people online say that they wish that the straps were wider or that they're stronger. Honestly, how strong do you need straps to be when you're toting stuff around in the bed of your truck? If you have that much of a load or anything, you probably should be doing something a little bit different than using little ratchet straps. So these are perfect for 99% of all of the different scenarios in which we're going to tow our stuff around in our truck. So I want to give a huge shout out to the guys at Juggernaut because they didn't have to send me these. I sent them an email and said, hey, I seen these in a buddy of mine's truck, which you guys know as JB. He's got them in his, and I went, those are cool. I want some. So I contacted the guys over at Juggernaut and said, I would really like to showcase these and do a video on it. I mean, what company doesn't want an awesome product review video out there? So they sent me out a set, and they're easy to put in. If you're a healthy individual and not a week and a half out of knee replacement surgery, you could probably put this whole set in 10 minutes or less. As it is, with doing the video, what do we do at 25 minutes? It's nothing. And they're awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of this edited, stitched together off to you guys, and check in the description for product links, all of that good stuff. There is a discount code, so you'll also be able to save you some cash. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, sharing, tuning in, and all that good stuff. Every little bit helps. So until the next one, talk to you later.